Well, there goes Christian Lopez on the Barry Funkhauser Show and Let Them Down. It's a replacement for coffee this morning. Hey, Joe, how you doing there over there?
Replacement for coffee. Can I do coffee and that song? Because that's what I'm doing.
Only if we hear from the man himself. Christian Lopez is here now. Hello.
Hey, guys. Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Hey, man.
Once again, here you are again. Now, the last time I talked to you, you were in, like, I don't know, West Virginia or something, Nashville.
Something like that. So, touring somewhere on the East Coast, as always.
Hey, the Appalachians are rad, man. I love driving up and through there. It's fun. It's fun country.
Oh, yeah, man. It's in my DNA. You know, I need it. I need it as much as I can get at this point.
Well, now you're on the left coast doing your tour. You're playing a little later on this week at the Peppermint Club. That's Thursday night in WeHo. So you're here in town in beautiful Southern California. And it's not your first time, right?
No, my wife, she's born and raised out here. So she's made me dig in my feet, into the sand. So here I am. And, she's on a mission to make me love it. So it's a good problem to have, So I'm being courted around to enjoy this town. And I very much do. I think it's my favorite city. For a country boy speaking here, this is probably my favorite city. Because you have access to the beach, I'd say primarily, but good people and a lot of dreamers, and I love being around dreamers.
So wait, is your wife out with you right now? Is she like driving the bus for you or something?
Oh, if her legs would reach, I'd make her. But she's sort of an unofficial tour manager, man. She runs the Google Calendar it's like a boss. I don't even know what to say. She's a total boss. And she's an actor, so she's been out here since day one, and we have a good little thing going.
Oh, really cool, man. Oh, okay. So, speaking of acting, which do you like more, Oppenheimer or Barbie? because everybody's seen one or the other. So I'm a Barbie person myself. Oh, you've seen both? Oh, I have not seen both. I've only seen Barbie.
Too. So you can. I think you have no comment. You're not allowed to comment.
Man, I have no comment. Okay.
Until you spend 2 days watching Oppenheimer.
Well, my wife was the blonde in the Bratz movie of the other like opposing like dolls movie, and so she had a sort of a vendetta with Barbie. So we're gonna go with Oppenheimer. We're gonna go with Oppenheimer. I keep saying Oppenheimer. I think it's Oppenheimer. I don't know.
It's Oppenheimer. Oh, did you see? Yeah. I guess was it one of the Jenners? Was it Kendall? Might have been Kendall Jenner. She just came out with a Bratz doll.
It's it's like a cult thing, man. This Bratz sensation. It was big and got shut down in the 2000s, and now it's like simmering back through.
You know why it got shut down?
Yeah, Scarlett, my wife's told me the story many times, like the Mattel and Bratz and all that stuff.
Yeah, because the dude basically created Bratz while an employee of Mattel working on Barbie, and then tried to take the idea for himself. And Mattel was like, "Dude, you did this on our time, on our dime. You can't just take that." Yeah, it was a whole big fight, man.
Wow, that they should make a documentary about that. With all
there is a documentary about it.
You're gonna have to send it to me.
All right, I'll send it to you. I'll find it. It's old though. It was like
Joe has seen every documentary.
Oh man, it's all we watch. It's like crime docs and documentaries and music stuff. That's pretty much it. So, speaking of music stuff, let's talk to Christian about his new album.
Yeah, man. Okay, so I haven't talked to you. It's been like a couple of months, man. And you were just hitting the road, I think. And I think the album had just come out. How's it going?
Well, I think we spoke in like April or May when that first single was hitting, and then the album just dropped in the middle of June. And we've just been touring really hard, and it's been great, man. Just coming back to cities that we love and just watching the crowds grow and seeing people respond to the album and sing the songs. It's amazing, and that's why I do it, just to chase that feeling and give people a good time. And so it's been a fantastic response. Being here on the West Coast now, heading up to Portland and playing at Santa Barbara 2 nights ago.
Santa Barbara, that's our jam right there.
It's so beautiful, being out. So just being able to cover more ground and meet more people.
Went during Fiesta days, man.
You were there for Fiesta. Oh man. Oh wow.
Was that happening? I know Revolution was also in town when I was there, but Revolution is from Santa Barbara. They only play Santa Barbara during Fiesta. Gotcha. All right, well, that makes a lot of sense. There was an extreme amount of traffic. That makes sense.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah. Fiesta's great.
One big party of the year.
And it's a big old party. So, I have a Blues Brothers question for Christian.
Oh, okay.
Bring it.
Okay, Christian, what do you consider yourself to be? Are you Western or are you country?
Oh, interesting.
Oh, wow. Neither.
Because the Blues Brothers, like when they go to that one random old shack and they play for all the guys in Appalachia, the guys are like, yeah, we like both kinds of music here, country and Western. So, Christian, which one are you?
Man, because I'm from West Virginia, I'm gonna have to say country, I guess. Just because if I'd said Western, I'd feel like a poser.
Yeah.
But honestly, I would say indie folk if my manager was sitting next to me. She'd say indie folk. God.
Say indie folk. So how did you get your start in West Virginia? Like, what was some of the inspiration?
Oh, dude, he was super young, man.
Oh, no. I know that. I just wanted to know what some of his musical inspiration growing up was when he was in West Virginia, because, there's some bluegrass in there that I'm hearing, and I want to know who you were listening to back then. Yeah, well, I mean,
I grew up on my dad's collection of old country and Johnny Cash, Willie, Waylon, the good
Kris Kristofferson.
Skipped everything like 80s and on, and came back to Americana with. When I was 15, I discovered the Avett Brothers, and that's what really sort of changed my life. So it was a mixture of those old greats and this new sort of wave that was happening in the early 2000s with the Avetts and like Old Crow. And my first album, I worked with a producer named Dave Cobb, who also was sort of a pioneer for early Americana sounds. And I had a banjo player in my band. And, and she was a local picker from down the street, so we had a lot of those old time elements. But I was listening to a lot of, bluegrassy bands and newgrass, as they call it, and, folky things. And that's just that's just what clicked with me the most. And that's the kind of songs that came out of me naturally.
That's awesome, man. So did you skip all the Americana in like the 90s? Did you not listen to like Wilco or Ryan Adams and stuff like that?
It wasn't until like my 20s that I started to go there because of people like Isbell now.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
He was a teenager in the 90s, which, made sense for him to, and like the Avett Brothers talking about Blind Melon and things, it took those guys to shed that on me, because my parents, they skipped, they were an adult, they were in their 30s in the 90s, that was sort of, in the gray area for me. But, Sean Colvin's been a nice 90s discovery for me. She's she's really an amazing writer in her melodies. I think she's someone I'd love to play with down the line. But anyway, I'm rambling.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
It's what we do on this show. We ramble. It drives Barry crazy.
No,
I like this leeway that Barry gives us all.
Well, okay, so you're on tour. Did you bring a band with you this time, or are you rocking it solo?
No, I'm doing solo here on the West Coast up until Portland. But the band I'm playing with, great friends of mine, Dust Bowl Revival.
Get out of here! You're playing with them. We love them.
Yeah, well, it's actually it's Zach's sort of side group, his Zilu Petten and his patio club. And it's him and a few of the members of Dust Bowl in like a smaller outfitted thing. But I think they'll have some percussion. But so it's us doing sort of an abbreviated stripped down acoustic night at the Peppermint, which is a snazzy club. And it's gonna be quite the time.
I love it, dude. I love the solo part, and I love, we're just hooking up with this giant band that's super fun. And you're going up to Portland, too. That must be exciting. The Pacific Northwest, I'm sure they like your music there a lot, don't they?
Well, those hipsters and the indie folk, it goes like peas and carrots. We go up there every year, and we always have a great time. So it's just one of our stops and one of the places we're just trying to build. LA is probably the one place I need to start exploring more and sort of playing more, just because SoCal, it's new to me since I've been forced to be here. I need to start digging my feet into the sand a little more. I need your boys' help. You got to guide me.
Hey man, all the way from Santa Barbara to San Diego, we got clubs, man. Lots and lots of clubs.
Christian, watch this. Hey Joe, what's your favorite club currently here in Southern California? Go.
Oh, currently in Southern California, go? Oh man, because I was just going to ask him about a Portland club that I wanted to see if he's ever played at. I think actually the observatory down in Santa Ana would probably be really good for you. They have a smaller room called the Constellation.
Yeah,
man, that place.
I've actually played that one. I played it.
Oh, nice. Okay,
that's with an LA band. Do you know that band, Moonsville Collective? Do you know those guys? Yeah. I played with them there years ago, but that is an amazing room. And I peeked my head into that larger room, and it's a cool facility. Santa Ana.
Yeah, that's a Santa Ana. It's like right on the border there.
We decided if we ever do have a child, we're gonna name it Santa, and I think it's from living in Southern California.
Awesome. Oh well, have you ever you just drove past Santa Claus Lane coming down from Santa Barbara? So
exactly, yeah, we saw that. Wow, you hear?
Oh, Santa Claus Lane used to be even better. They used to have, I don't even know if they still have it. I think they took it down. They used to have a massive Santa Claus statue at the exit of Santa Claus Lane,
bro.
They moved it to Oxnard, man. That's stupid.
It's got bullet holes in it now.
Oh, that's awesome. Where did you play in Santa Barbara? Did you play like Soho or something?
No, I actually played up in Solvang at a place called the Lost Chord. And it's like a folk listening room, and but it's a up in Solvang in the little Dutch country.
Oh yeah. Solvang's really fun. That's where our friends the Mad Caddies are from.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, no, this place is a sort of a halvesy, a guitar sort of luthier's factory at the same time. It's very interesting, but the sound in there's immaculate. And Michael McDonald and Jackson Brown, they that's where they sort of have all their secret sort of one-off shows for their
for real?
Yeah, up there.
The owner is just a great guy. So he hosts really exclusive folk shows, and
that would rule. Like you're just random, like, oh hey, let's go into this club tonight, and Jackson Brown's just like on stage playing. That would be awesome.
You know, that's the beauty of Santa Barbara, man. So many legends are hanging out up there. It's so cool.
No, that's awesome. Where are you going to play? We're going to get back to LA in just a second. I'm really interested to know, did you ever play Noble Fur in Portland?
Noble Fur? I don't think so. I'm not sure. No bells ringing.
I'm really bummed because that was like my favorite club there. It was underground. It was like a basement club. And you basically go down these stairs like Cheers, right? And you enter what looked like a fully wood enclosed, wood paneled basement with a bar and a stage, and it was awesome.
Oh wow!
Oh man, but COVID happened, and some of our favorite clubs closed. They didn't make it. And Noble Fur, unfortunately, was one of them. But where are you gonna be playing in Portland?
In Portland, I'm doing a sort of a concert series on a lake called Lake Oswego in Portland. It's a sort of a river. A floating stage, on a barge, and we all, the band's flying out for it. So it's going to be a rock show on the river. People get on their boats. Dude. They line the grass, and it's a big show. It's a big rocking show. And then I play in Salem, Oregon, the next night at actually a vineyard called Bethel Heights, and that's in Salem, Oregon, and then that's about it. Yeah, so we go up there for the weekend.
Barry, the indie rockers and the folk rockers, they always have the best concerts. You don't hear like pop acts going like, oh yeah, we're gonna play on a barge on the river, so come out with your boats and let's like enjoy the sunset with some drinks and some music, man. But like indie rockers and folk rockers are like, yeah, man, let's build up some bonfire and let's play some music and drink some anchor steams.
It's like almost modern day yacht rock a little bit. It's like, let's put on a nice collared shirt and sit on a boat, before sundown a little bit, just to that gentle dusk, and have a nice, Hall and Oatesy time.
Exactly. Oh man, don't get me started on a Hall and Oates. It's like one of my favorite bands. So
we're a good match.
I love some yacht rock.
Yeah, man. Speaking of, Girl in a Gun, that was like sort of my take on, modern yacht rock. The first single off the new album, the first that Barry played, that was sort of a mission for me, just because, yacht rock was a life changer, when it came into my life. Stephen Bishop specifically. But thank you. My wife just handed me a cup of coffee. She's a doll.
Oh, she is. She's really nice. Nice.
But yeah. So wait, are you guys coming to the show on Thursday? Should I put you on my list?
Yeah, man, I think so.
I can't make it. It's my wife's birthday this weekend. We're doing a whole birthday extravaganza. I got to get us ready to go to
wife's birthday excuse.
I've heard
that one before.
Oh, please, the old wife's birthday. My wife is young. Do not call her old, because if she hears me calling her old, she's never going to listen to this podcast ever again.
That's okay, Christian. She doesn't listen anyway.
Oh my God. I should say the old wife excuse. OLE apostrophe.
I have to ask my ball and chain. That's all I have to do.
Oh, don't be calling Eve a ball and chain. Eve, you are not a ball and chain, Eve. Barry is your ball and chain.
Oh, goodness gracious. Well, I play a lot of love songs. If you're looking to relight the spark, I'll stare into.
Yeah, I definitely.
I'll look your direction.
Okay, so you've been playing the latest music. It is called Magdalena, right? That's the new album.
That's the latest album.
And how has it been on the road playing these songs? Like you made them in a studio, you made the album, and now you're out there forced to perform them in front of people, which you enjoy, I'm sure. How's that been going?
Well, we've booked a real busy spring this last year, and up until the middle of July, I've had the last 2 weeks off. But it's been mayhem, up until now, and the shows have been growing, tickets selling, people singing along and coming and doing their thing. That's all it's about for me, is just sort of just growing the experience, and that's what it's doing. I'm not on any sort of commercial venture, not any sort of massive thing that I'm trying to accomplish right now. It's just I'm trying to be who I want to be, and just connect with people who that it clicks with authentically, and just grow that in a real way. And that's what I feel happening, and the shows have been great. And just the people who I can tell have been there since day one for me, I feel like this album has been clicking with them the same way the first album did, in a very deep way. A lot of people telling me it's up there, being maybe their favorite these days. It's hard for me to say, even, because I feel like I'm tooting horns, but
Well,
I just feel as though they're clicking in a good way, and I'm happy.
Well, I think a lot of people took some time during COVID, and they took some time off. They did a lot of writing. They did a lot of soul searching. And I think we're getting the end product of that coming out now, like this new album, and some other new albums coming out from indie rockers. People just like you, they're trying to be true to themselves. They're trying to just this is how I view life, and I want to share my story with people, and I don't want to sell out.
Oh, so, for sure.
Yeah, and so I think that's a great thing. So we're getting a lot of great new indie music coming out, and I think that we've been missing that, especially during the COVID years. We missed a lot of that.
And this album specifically, I mean, the reason why it's called Magdalena is because we recorded it in my ranch in New Mexico, in a town called Magdalena, where we set up and brought the team out to New Mexico. We did it all in my house at the ranch, and this is the product of a massive sort of soul searching mission that my wife and I went on, moving to New Mexico in the middle of COVID, writing the songs there, bringing the studio to the house, like being surrounded by 10 acres of nothingness in the middle of the desert, and just bringing the most real thing I could put onto a record, into a product, and put it in your hand to be able to give it to someone. And that's what this is. And I used to be with a real sort of hands-on label, and with my first 2 records, they drove me absolutely crazy. And these albums are the sort of the karmic reaction, and I'm nice and satisfied, and that's the best thing you could feel as an artist.
Yeah.
Okay, Barry, I got an idea.
Okay,
I think I got an idea. Can I talk about an idea?
Here we go with the ideas. Yeah.
Okay, because Christian, you have a 10-acre ranch in New Mexico.
Yes, that's where we did the album.
Well. Have you ever thought about inviting some bands out there, and maybe getting some camping permits and letting people camp out there, and having yourself a little weekend, songwriting session with some bands and some fans, and you can get the Mother Hips out there, and you can get some other indie rockers out there, and you can get a band like Blue Floria would probably be cool for going out. You can get a bunch of people out there and have yourself a little festival.
I know, I've thought about it 100 times.
Oh, man.
But my very practical wife has spoken truth into me and has suggested we use my friend's field down the road, which is a much better option. But we're going to make it happen in New Mexico one day.
Because I can't remember there being any kind of cool outdoor fun indie rock folk festival in New Mexico.
It's tough because it's a destination. It's tough to get there.
I get that, but if you guys haven't been to New Mexico, oh man, you are missing some gorgeous country. there are vistas in New Mexico that my wife and I drove through that I have never ever seen anywhere else before or since in my life. Like crazy, awesome landscapes of like mountains and rivers and deserts and forests and just like the most gorgeous sunsets ever. I can just imagine, like the stage with the sun setting behind it, just like how those purples and oranges and reds and yellows in the sky with the band playing. I tell you, man, I can see it in my head right now.
If you be my MC, I'll consider it.
Barry and I'll come out and MC that for sure.
Get Barry and Joe.
He asked for you, Joe. You're the one that can describe sunset.
Oh, Barry, I'm telling you, Barry, you would love New Mexico. It is spectacular country out there. Oh man,
it really is.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to think about this. I'm going to think about this for you. So you got tours and stuff to think about. I'll start thinking about this for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'll leave it to my MCs.
It sounds like Joe wants a trip to New Mexico.
Come on, Barry. I know you do too.
Yes. Yes. Okay, so we're very excited to see you in WeHo coming up Thursday here, the Peppermint Club. Sounds classy. Do I have to dress up? I will.
You don't have to, but you should.
I'm gonna. Okay, so we're gonna play another song here. We're gonna go out with another song, but before that other song, I want to ask you a little bit about Taylor Swift now, because you're in LA at a very specific time where the economy is boosting because of this lady who is playing 700 nights at a big venue. And have you caught any of that? Have you been stuck in that kind of traffic too?
No. I went to see Bryan Adams at the Forum a couple days ago.
Oh, solid,
right
man!
The Manheim. So that was like my first glance of the SoFi Stadium. I didn't know they were right next to each other. Mm-hmm. But my father-in-law went, and he called yesterday. Said it was a great show. He's very wealthy, so he sat in a box and watched the screen and said it was nice. And so that's all I know. But I mean, I was thinking yesterday, I'm like, oh my God, this is the first time since like Ozzy, like Bark at the Moon, that I know the name of a tour. Like, why do I know the name of a tour? Like, it's that big that I don't even want to know. And I know this word Eros. Why am I saying this word Eros? And I'm like, that's how big it is. It's just in my head. And it's a tour. It's not even, I don't even know. It's mind blowing, blows my mind. Skylar, she respects Taylor. That's my wife, Skylar. I respect Taylor. I think what she's doing is great, and all the best. Just stay safe out there amongst all the millions.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I have not heard a single person that said that the show was bad. Everybody said like the show is mind blowing, and you have celebrities like Billy Joel comparing Taylor Swift to Beatlemania. Like Billy Joel's been around a while and he's seen some stuff and he's like,
this is some
I haven't seen anything like this since the Beatles when I was a kid. And that's crazy.
I believe it. I believe it. Yeah.
Well, we're going to see you at the Peppermint Club this week, but, maybe next time you're around, could you play SoFi for me, please?
Get up there. Come on, Christian.
Oh, hell yeah, man. I got you. You just hold me to it.
Okay. Oh, actually, you know what? We have connections to the Rose Bowl. Would you rather play the Rose Bowl? We can get you talking.
The Rose Bowl. It's like, at first I was thinking the parade. I was like, wait, I got to be on a float?
Not the Rose Parade.
I'm still learning the SoCal culture. I'm like, okay, Rose Bowl. Okay, put it together. But yes, boys. When the time comes, yes,
we'll hook you up. We'll make those connections. Don't you worry.
I love it, dude. We're movers and shakers here, Christian Lopez. So, okay. Let's go out on a song. Pick another song. Tell us all about it, would you?
Let's go out on The Morning. This is one that I think you can really hear the ranch in the song and the production. And nice. It's one that was just really, written in the middle of COVID, just searching for those good feelings. And I think it's a good way to sort of enjoy your sunny day.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
Very
Christian,
cool.
You are good people, Christian. I'm so sad that I missed our first interview.
Hey, well, we definitely made up for it. It was great meeting you, Joe, and Bear, I appreciate you having me back. I love that I can shoot you an email and you guys, are there with good support for me. So thank you. And hope to see you very soon in person.
Yeah, we'll see you Thursday night, and we'll be on the next podcast for anything you're doing, man. You just keep us informed, Christian Lopez.
Thanks, fellas.
Yeah, the morning, there's something about the morning. It pulled me to the door, gotta find out what it's for, better go outside. Yeah, the morning, there's something about the morning. It came without a warning, baby, now it's pouring, but it feels alright. Better go outside, and yeah, it feels alright, right. I had a vision, oh, a 20/20 vision. I stranded in the sea, gotta find out what it means, better look inside. Splashing in the water, then I get a little less, and I find the kind of breath that I look inside. And then the morning, there's something about the morning. It pulled me to the door, gotta find out what it's for, better go outside. Yeah, the morning, there's something about the morning. It came without a warning, baby, now it's pouring, but it feels alright. Better go outside. Yeah, it feels alright, right. In the city, I was working in the city. Oh, I gotta get away, man, that'll be the day. Better look inside. But what's the matter? Are we really who we are? Can you grab me by the heart, man, that'll be a start. Better look inside. And in the morning, there's something about the morning. It pulled me to the door, gotta find out what it's for, better go outside. In the morning, there's something about the morning. It came without a warning, baby, now it's pouring, but it feels alright. Better go outside. Yeah, it feels alright.